But this one is actually extremely interesting. The people who are producing this song, names that I have, we have Miss Ronick, who is the lead singer there in the beginning, and we also have another young man there named Golden, and there is another one, Mr. Josiah there as well. So these are three young people who came together to produce this song. They made the collaboration. At first, they really wanted to just do a slow jam remix, but then they end up deciding to use something catchy and well known to Antigua, which is that TZ and Stand Up for Antigua song. So Antigua Nice by TZ and Stand Up for Antigua song by Onion. And they both spoke about how beautiful the island is and how proud we are to live there. And this is what the young people are saying, how beautiful the island is and how proud they are to live there. And to add more meaning to the arrangement, Golden, which is the other young man, later on decided to add a piece of the national anthem in the bridge for a deeper meaning. Ronick thought of adding some flavor to the song by adding, the change keys, the ad libs, and harmonies. Leon and Ronick did the vocals. Ronick added the beats, and Golden added the keys and strings. And this is musical production by young people right here in Antigua and Barbuda. I am so, so proud of these young people. I mean, the video is already on YouTube, so you can check it out. You can look for Antigua Nice cover and you'll be able to see it. I asked them how easy was it, and she said it was a good bit of work. As we would say, it was a good bit of work. We had a short time span to get everything done. A late night had to be spent to get this done. The most difficult part was the video, trying to get everything to sync. Nevertheless, Ronick had fun doing it, both the video production and the audio. And again, they're talking about, yes, it was difficult, but they went over, they took a stand and they went beyond. They did an all-nighter if they needed to make sure that this was produced and produced well. Who chose the genre? Why did they choose that genre? Again, she says, we chose this genre because we want it to be different, and I like it. It's very different, and it's still very nice and effective. Having been exposed to a wider variety of music and styles of playing through the education in Trinidad, we opt to break the mold, and do something different. We figured other contestants would try something either reggae or soca. We opt to be different, and we produced a slow jam. Yes, yes, yes. This is our young people. They are all students, like I mentioned earlier. They come from musical backgrounds, and they attend the University of the Southern Caribbean in Trinidad and Tobago. Golden is a musician born right here in Antigua. Golden, we are so proud of you this morning for the work that you're doing. We want you to know that. They studied psychology. Golden is also now a music teacher at the St. Andrew School. Ronick is an aspiring singer and musician. She loves to sing. She also she arranges and produces music, and her goal is to become a pro in those areas. Let us support these young people and the work that they are doing. I really like the song, and again, the lyrics are very powerful. They were able to combine two very catchy songs, very popular songs by our current artists now, and they were able to put that together so nicely. And then they have producing music has always been a dream. You hear that? It's their dream. So we want some people to step up and support these young people. But it doesn't just happen for happening's sake. I like that. They have meaning to that. There has to be motive, purpose, and vibe. And all that answer the question, yes, there can be more productions of this type, but it will be dependent on artist, time, and musicians. I love this collaboration. I'm just going to stop talking for one more minute and give you a little opportunity to listen to the rest of the song. It is so, so, so amazing if you just listen to them one more time.
Paradise and vegan for the world. How we live in unity. If you love this country, I wanna see you fly the sky. If you love Africa, participate.
So when they ask you questions and you want to talk, I know the Antiguans do that. They're very what we call forward. We say, "I am a ban. Nobody gonna run me," and that is just a level of proud. Being proud of your nation, being proud of who you are. And we're listening again to a cover that was done by a few young people right here in Antigua. They're students at the university, and they have made a production. It was initially done for a competition, but it has been circulating over YouTube, so you can check it out. Ronick also has a YouTube channel that you can also check out. So look for her and support them. Subscribe. It doesn't take a lot for us to just subscribe to a channel on YouTube to support and let people know that we support the work that the young people are doing here. So I am really, really excited about this production, and I hope that you all will check it out, check it out, check it out, like and subscribe. They did not pay me to do this, but I'm just, asking us to support the young people and the work that they continue to do here. This was amazing. There was another song that was also produced right here in Antigua. There's another fine young man who is on YouTube as well. I think his name is Benja Array. I really do not know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. However, I do hope to have him on the show as well because he appears to be another young and upcoming producer of music right here in Antigua. There's so much talent right here. It just needs to be highlighted. So we're going to be looking at that. I hope I can get him on the show at one point as well to share a little bit more. But this one was produced right there, and he also is the one who published that on YouTube. So you could check it out. It's called God Bless Antigua Cover, and you will be able to see a very, nice harmony taking place there. And may thy peace forever dwell within her shores. May thy peace forever dwell within her shores. God bless our beauty. I let lost me. Peace and you. I'm about to do it, but I can't see everybody on the Facebook page. I was trying to. Ready? If you have the computer, you can just plug the phone in it. See the battery. Yeah, get the person first. Yeah, I did. I'm calling them. Hey. Hello? Okay, so hold on, right? Because I'm going to have him plug you into the system. Okay? Oh, well. There's so we will. So you can still plug this. You're not using the top one. I want to say good morning to the people. Okay, I just want to say a special good morning to all those who are joining me on social media. I know you're probably wondering what is all this busyness going on right there on the camera. But we're just humble and we're just having fun. It doesn't matter. We're not trying to be too much uptight. I see some people saying good morning to me. Good morning to all of those joining me on social media. Good morning to my pastor there, Prophet Trevor Grant. Good morning, honey. Good morning, Miss Nikki Philip Dubry. Good morning, honey. That's my big sister right there. Love you guys so much. Good morning, and thank you for joining me on this show, ZBK Liberty Radio. This is Youth and Vision, and we are looking at the young people writing real and raw talent that is produced right here in Antigua. I mean, did you just listen to the difference and the variance? I know we're used to hearing songs, but they are being reproduced rather by our young people, and they're being done in such a talented way. I'm not trying to say that it's that good if it's not. It is that good, and it is amazing to know that we have this talent right here in Antigua. So we have some hope, we have some faith in our young people who will be producing music, continuing and passing that on to other young people, and hopefully we can continue to have that streamline. So just saying a special good morning to you, those of you who are joining me right now. We were listening to a couple of songs right that are being produced right here in Antigua. The first one was done by Ronick and a few of her other friends there. You can check out the YouTube channel. And the name of the song was Antigua Nice Cover, COVR, which means they did a cover for the song because Antigua Nice is originally a TZ song. And they made a collaboration there with Onion and TZ on a piece of the national anthem. And now you're listening to God Bless Antigua, which was also produced or reproduced rather right here in Antigua. So this is a good independent season. We're having a good time. I'm about to connect with a young man from our neighbor right there, Dominica, because like I said earlier, Dominica is also celebrating their independence. So we're about to find out a little bit about what is happening down there. What are the young people doing down there? Because we're not having our usual independence celebration because of the pandemic, but we're still celebrating anyway, and we're still gonna have a good time. So I will be connecting with a young man here named Khalid Winston. He is an educator extraordinaire, very vibrant young man who loves dealing with the young people. He's very passionate about how the young people can go so much further in life, and he's dedicating his life to do his part as a young educator in that department. He's also the vice president of the 4-H Club, and I believe he is the president for his district. He was so strict about how I say this. But if I messed it up and I said that you're the president, maybe I'm just going to speak it into your life. Yeah, yes, I'm going to say amen. Amen. Good morning, Miss Bernadette Joseph Ephraim. I look forward to hearing from you every time on Youth and Vision. Thank you, Mama, for joining me. We're just having a good time here. So I'm going to be connecting with Mr. Winston right there in Dominica over the phone. So we're going to have a little discussion. Just stay tuned with us. This is Youth and Vision. My mother's hand that learned to bear the knee where she made beauty will let me free to proudly hold his head up high and walk liberty. Oh, and so hurry, Lord, and lay my peace forever dwell within her shores. And lay my peace forever dwell within her shores. Oh, yes, are you done? I will prosper me. The land of coral sand and birds in majesty. Blessings fall upon earth from God's almighty hand. Once again, a very good morning or very special good morning to all of you joining, all the listeners and those locking in. Again, I will be sharing with young man there. We're going over to Dominica this morning to find out what are the young people doing. How did they celebrate independence at the school? What are they doing right now? Just how things are going as they're also celebrating their independence. You can also again connect with me on our Facebook page, ZDK Liberty Radio, or you can just listen live via the radio. But we're about to have a good time this morning. So I'm going to say a special good morning to Mr. Winston. Good morning to you, sir. Having a little technical difficulty, but I'm still going to keep trying until we get him. So we're going to try this one more time. We're going to say good morning to our guest joining us over the phone from Dominica there. Good morning to you, Mr. Winston. Hello, good morning. Is anybody out there? Can you hear me? I'm just always gonna have fun with this. This is always gonna be a good time. I mean, we have a choice in life if we want to be, sour or we just want to be joyful. And I'm gonna choose to just be joyful, come what may. God is good, and we're just gonna continue to enjoy our show this morning. We are highlighting the independence season for Antigua and the young people and what they're doing. We're also highlighting a little bit of Dominica's independence because they're also celebrating independence, and we're all Caribbean nationals who are just trying to make sure that our young people know that we have rich, rich culture and we can stick to it. We can know our roots and get involved. Okay. So, as I said, this is Youth Envision. Yeah, happy 39th anniversary independence. Miss Bernadette say happy 39th independence anniversary to the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. Yes, my sister, let us strive and work. Let us all strive and work together as we build a stronger, safer, better, healthier, united, educated, and productive Antigua and Barbuda. I love this woman. She's awesome. She's just so awesome. She speaks life into the nation. We need that. We do need that. Thank you so much, darling. So I'm gonna say good morning one more time to my guest there on the phone. We're still trying to get him connected to us. Good morning again to you, Mr. Winston. Can you hear us or can we hear you? Hello, good morning. Maybe we can turn up the volume on the phone if we try. Good morning, good morning. We're not giving up. We still have some time and we're gonna hear from Mr. Winston this morning. I know that he's excited. I'm excited. Doesn't work with this phone. I don't know why you work with all the other phones, but this what kind of phone? iPhone. Hello? You're still there? It's not working. Do you want me to use your phone? Is there any other way I can call you? Hi. Yes. Hold on the call again. Like a short call. If I call him directly, you mean? It'll work. No, no, no. It's something to do with how that phone is set. Certain phone, I think that is one phone that's different. Because all other phones work that way. Okay, so what else? Kala, you have your Facebook account? I don't have any phone that can do that. Okay. So what if we call him on Facebook on this computer? Would you be able to voice it over?
That's set up for that.
There has to be something that can be done.
That's set up for that. I would have to build something to do that. And I haven't done that yet.
Okay, so can we call him directly?
But for sure.
Yeah,
It's
5 minutes.
expensive.
5 minutes.
So you have to give me the number.
Okay. So we can call you directly for 5 minutes, right?
And you have to give me the code and all that because I don't know the different code to
It's the number 1767 277 8893 67 I'm saying if I am saying his phone number over the internet. I am so sorry. I should not be doing that. May we always dwell in peace and unity. Yes, 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 yes. That is something that we want to do, despite of our differences. Dwell in peace and unity. This is a beautiful song, excellent lyrics, reproducing there. Really good, really good, really good, really good. Okay, so we are, we want to be resilient. We want to give up. So we're going to really hear Mr. Winston this morning. Hello, good morning to you, Mr. Winston, joining us there from Dominica.
Good
Hello.
morning, Miss Ailey Grant into the ZDK family of Antigua.
Good morning.
I
It's
hope that
amazing to hear that voice.
hear me clearly.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. As I mentioned before, you are a young educator right there in Dominica. So we want to get a little bit of information about what the independence is looking like. We know there's a pandemic going on. So we just want a little bit of information about how it has been celebrated, what are the young people doing, and just what the feel is like right now in Dominica.
Well, like every other Caribbean island, we have had a little change, culture. We, the younger people of the country, of the region, just like Dominica, we've had people are not so patriotic like before, like when we were growing up. But this year, because it's Heritage Month, the schools and the different communities have tried to bring back the culture to what it once was.
Yes.
Because we realize that there's a culture change in Dominica, like it's dying basically.
Yes.
And this year we did our best at all schools to try to bring back the culture, the different ways of cooking, the food that we normally used to have before.
Yes.
And well, because of the pandemic situation, we couldn't have the competition this year, which the cultural competition.
Yes.
But we did it virtually. But
Nice.
everyone is on board, and Dominica, I think we're probably leading in the Caribbean culture from our generations back then. Dominica still have, I think, the cultural heritage that kept us above most of the Caribbean islands, I would say.
Yes.
Because most of the islands, we do wear the cultural clothes, dresses and so, but we don't have the cultural dances, which Dominica normally do. So it's basically just trying to get back the culture to what it once was, but it's not the same because of the situation that we have with the corona, we
Yes.
had to do things differently. But most people have enjoyed themselves the way that they possibly can, because you're not going to go out in the public. And now we have some cases. You can go out in the public and have crowds, but we're trying our best to at least get the people on board with the culture, because we realize that because of the change in generation, most young people now becoming more Americanized and European in the way of living. Well, I think that is probably because of the system. It's a
Yes.
systematic thing now. Most people are changing. Like, when you grow up, you were very deep into your culture, your whole family,
Yes.
your dad, your mom.
Yes.
But now it's not the same. We have parents that basically do not teach the children the different cultural things that we were raised up knowing.
Mhm.
And that is a problem on parenting. But
Well,
at the school, we have
I'm actually very
tried.
glad that you're saying these things, because that's why we're having this show, Youth Envision, is to remember, or to remind rather, our young people that the culture is still very much there and it's still alive. And it's up to you and I, who are currently here, to do what we can, to do our part to make that it does not completely disappear. It's dependent on us right now. And I'm so happy that you are saying that you are part of that revolution who's trying to plan and make sure that our young people know that our culture is so rich. It's still very much alive, and we need to use it. We need to, become more aware of it. Even though some of the parents are failing the children, we want to call them out for that, because they should be teaching our young people about these things so it can become tradition. You pass it on from generation to generation. So I'm actually extremely impressed with what you all are doing back home. I saw that you all have you all created these trucks, that my brother used to do
Yeah,
growing up out
yeah,
of wood. So you can
that was
probably
like
tell
what we
us,
were raised up doing,
yes,
doing the
quickly, a
trucks
little
and the
bit about
different stuff.
that. Yes, tell us quickly a little bit about that.
Well, it's because of the Heritage Month. We've been having this every Friday at our schools. We had different cultural stuff. Like for the first Friday in the month, we had a breadfruit day where we had
Nice.
different breadfruit meals. And in our area where we live, breadfruit
Yes.
is a very big food. So we had breadfruit day, and then the second day we had smoked meat day.
Nice.
And in the final one, we brought up this idea of traditional games
Mhm.
and traditional toys. So most of the toys were made wood. We had this little made out of wood. We had things out of glass. We had this stuff that you use from the team where you ride the I don't know how they call it from sea, but in Dominican they would use the word sick. So
Mhm.
we try to bring back all the different old time things that children were raised up doing,
Yes.
and the games, like the ring games, because you would be, it would shock you to know that most of the children did not know some of the ring games.
Wow.
And this was things that we did like 15 years ago.
Yeah, that was
And
what break
today,
time was about. At break time, instead of running up and
right,
down, we play
break time
ring
at
games and,
lunchtime, we play
yeah,
games.
different things like that.
But
Yes.
now the school system is all about um,
Social
being
media.
in the classrooms,
Yeah.
and children are not supposed to go. Well, because not before
Well,
the pandemic, that's how
yes.
it was.
Hmm.
But now that they see the need for bringing back these games, and most of the children, it was shocking that they did not know some of the games,
Yes.
and then we had to teach them the games. We had to do role play before the actual day, because we were filmed. Schools were filmed doing these activities, but it came out. It was a success, to be honest, because I sent you the pictures of the different stuff
Yes.
that we
Yes,
did,
I did. I did get the
and it was
pictures.
it was a wonderful feeling to be back in that kind of era. Like you felt like you were a child again, and you had
Yes.
fun with your children,
And
knowing
that
that
must be
this is
something
what we
really
were raised up on.
it must be something really refreshing. But I want to thank you
Yeah, it
so,
was.
so much for connecting with us this morning. When we're having fun, the time really, really goes by quickly.
Yeah,
I'm
well, it's
definitely
my
going to try to
pleasure.
have you back on the show. So we're going to fix the technical difficulty and get you back on the show, because I think that you have so much more to share with us. We only have 7 minutes left for the show. So, Mr. Winston, I want to thank you so much. That's my old friend right there. We probably went to preschool together. I'm sharing that
Yeah,
little bit little information, yes. And we just want to make the young people know that we're here for you, and we want to remind you and instill in you the things that are so useful and creative that you can actually do. So we want to thank you so much for connecting with us right there from Dominica, and we look forward to having you again on the show on Youth and Vision.
Well,
Thank you so
my
much.
pleasure. And anytime you all are ready, I'll be there. As long as it is something to do with the development of the minds of the youth, I will be there, and I will be more than happy to try to educate or help the youth, because that is something that we really need. So thank you very much for having me on your show today, and I hope sometime soon that we can do it over without any technical difficulties.
Yeah, it was so awesome to have you. It was so amazing to hear that voice, that refreshing voice. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And like I said, this is a passionate young man right there who wants to work for the development of our young people. And it's so amazing, that we still have people like that. So young people, again, I'm reminding you, you do have the support from us who want to help you. We want to let you know that we're still the kids that are from the 90s and the 80s that can give you a little bit about how rich it was back then, the games we played, the things we did. And we want you to understand, hey, if it is not broken, why fix it? We're not saying that you cannot do social media and you can't have your electronics, but we're trying to say, do not lose who you are. Do not lose where you're coming from. So we want to show you that it is so much more fun, to create things, use your hands. And I know we have quite a few creative young people in our society, in the Caribbean society, in the Antiguan society, in the Dominican society, in the Trinidadian society, so we want to, bring it to your attention that you have an alternative, and you have a root, you have a culture, you have a way of life that your parents and your grandparents and our ancestors had. And we want you to be reminded this independence and throughout the rest of Youth and Vision show that we want to make sure that you stick to your roots, because it is rich, it is powerful, and it is who you are that makes you different. So when you travel outside of the Caribbean, you can represent well, and you can say, I am proud to be Antiguan.
The art of equality this country, some concern and loyalty we should show. Many come from other places to live here. With them we have many different things to share. Hardships and turmoil they leave behind, but with their country have no axe to grind. But because of a little political game, our hungry politicians find love with them.
You never hear a Dominican say that things are hard in their country while they run away. They always bust down the country nice, and in their hearts will always be a paradise. Violent too. I am born. I am born. I am Okay. So I'm not a big singer, but I'm a worshiper. I'm gonna sing. This is Antigua and Barbuda. This is Youth and Vision. And this is our big guy there, Onion. Onion, where are you, man? Where are you? We need you to coach the young people and give them that kind of resilience. So again, this was my fourth episode of high independence highlights right there on Youth and Vision. I had a really good time this morning just highlighting the work of the young people right here in Antigua and connecting with my guest there on the phone from Dominica, Mr. Khalid Winston. He's a former classmate of mine, actually. We kind of grew up together, so we know what we're talking about. It was nice of you to join us, Jerry, Eli, Newton. Thank you for joining us on the Facebook page there. Remember to like and share. We're also available live streaming on DIA Learning Academy as well. There'll also be a relaunch for DIA Learning Academy coming soon. The young people are making moves and they're doing great things. So we want to share that with you right here on ZDK Liberty Radio. We want to thank ZDK Liberty Radio also for giving the young people an opportunity to have a voice, to share, and to be highlighted for the world to know. Yeah, we born and we are proud to be who we are. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next week, Saturday, by God's grace, 8 a.m. right here on ZDK Liberty Radio. I am your host, Auntie Dia.
You never hear a Jamaican say that things
always be a paradise. My land too. Dominica, Antigua, Trinidad, Guyana, Caribbean,